I want a word with all you tigers. Oh, you men know which ones you are. I like you.
A Hollywood bombshell, once the queen of spy comedy, drops a confession so raw it'll leave you speechless. Barbara Feldon, the iconic Agent 99, is spilling secrets at 91. And trust me, you're not ready for what's coming. She ruled the screen alongside Don Adams in Get Smart, a show that redefined TV history with its razor-sharp wit and chaotic charm. But behind the laughter, a devastating tale of silence, betrayal, and a disappearance that shocked the industry. From secret addictions to stolen dreams, this is the untold saga of America's favorite spy, and it's darker than you'd ever guess. Barbara Feldon didn't just stumble into fame, she clawed her way up from a quiet Pittsburgh suburb. Born in 1933 as Barbara Ann Hall, a girl with a creative fire no one saw coming. Her parents, a paperbox worker and a homemaker, watched her chase the arts, a spark that ignited in high school and blazed through the Pittsburgh Playhouse. By the time she hit Carnegie Mellon, she was a drama powerhouse, sharpening her craft at one of the nation's top schools. And that hypnotic stare, it wasn't rehearsed. It was her nearsightedness turned superpower, a gaze that could stop hearts and steal scenes. Fast forward to 1957, New York City, a jungle of ambition, and Barbara's fighting to survive. She's dazzling as a Copacabana showgirl, strutting in the Ziegfeld Follies revival, but acting gigs? Scarce as gold. Then, a twist of fate. Model Gillis McGill spots her at a party and says, "You've got it." Modeling wasn't her dream, but it paid big. From Pauline Trégier's house model to high-fashion runways, she learned the camera's secrets. Lighting, style, presence. It's a masterclass that'll catapult her later. But first, she's got a wild detour. She wins $64,000 on a game show, schooling everyone in Shakespeare with 14-hour study marathons. That prize money? She and her husband pour it into a Greenwich Village art gallery. Bold, abstract, and doomed. It flops, he retreats to advertising, and Barbara's back to square one. But hold on, here's where the universe flips the script. A Revlon ad for top brass hair pomade casts her sprawled on a tiger rug, purring "tigers" to the camera. It's sultry, it's electric, it's a cultural earthquake. Overnight, she's Tiger Girl, raking in more cash from one ad than a whole season of Get Smart. Hollywood's buzzing, but there's a catch. Casting directors pigeonhole her as a commercial star. Guest spots on Flipper and the Man from UNCLE tease her talent, but she's itching for more. Then, lightning strikes. Mel Brooks and Buck Henry see that ad, and don't just see a pretty face, they see Agent 99. Get Smart is born, and Barbara's in, but not without a fight. A sponsor's CEO tries to axe her over a rival product endorsement, even after Revlon pulls the ad. NBC digs in, keeps her, and a year later, the show's a smash, and that same CEO's posing for pics with her like nothing happened. She's won, but the real battle's just beginning. Agent 99 isn't your typical 60s dame. She's sharp, fearless, a spy who outsmarts Maxwell Smart at every turn. Don Adams plays the bumbling genius, but Barbara's the heartbeat, balancing poise and power. Their chemistry, explosive, yet off-screen, they barely speak. Don's a whirlwind, married, spontaneous, rewriting lines mid-scene with Emmy-winning instinct. Barbara adapts, respects him, but they're worlds apart. Over time, friendship blooms, a bond that shines in their 1989 reunion. Still, the whispers linger. Why the distance? Was it more than just different orbits? Height quirks add to the chaos. Barbara's 5 feet 9 inches, taller than Don, so she slouches, goes barefoot, while he teeters on platforms. It's a small price for a big legacy. Get Smart soars, a comedy juggernaut blending slapstick and satire. Her favorite episode, The Impossible Mission, sums it up. Action, laughs, and a rare Max 99 romance that hints at what could have been. She dresses as Charlie Chaplin, owns the silent comedy, and proves she's more than a sidekick. But when the show ends in 1970, the spotlight dims fast. Typecasting hits like a freight train. Hollywood can't unsee Agent 99. Auditions tank. Serious roles flop because her charm screams comedy. She fights back with guest gigs on Cheers and Mad About You, but they're echoes of her past, not breakthroughs. The industry's rigid then. TV stars don't leap to film. She's trapped, a legend caged by her own success. And yet, her journey's far from over. Barbara's story isn't just glamour, it's grit. From a game show win to a Tiger rug ad, she turned every curveball into a stepping stone. But what broke her silence at 91? What confession could unravel decades of mystery? The financial flops? The art gallery bust? The modeling pivot? They're pieces of a puzzle still missing its edge. She's lived a life of reinvention, but the shadows, addictions, a fake spy marriage, a vanishing act loom large. After conquering TV as Agent 99, she vanished from Hollywood's glare, and what she's revealing now at 91 is pure dynamite. The Get Smart days were golden, a whirlwind of laughs and legacy with Don Adams, but when the curtain dropped in 1970, the spotlight didn't follow. Typecasting locked her in a velvet cage. Directors couldn't see past the sleek spy, and her film dreams fizzled fast. She tried in 1967 with Fitzwillie, playing Dick Van Dyke's charming love interest in a heist romp. Cute, but no game changer. Then came Smile in 1975, a biting comedy where she nailed a frosty pageant queen. Critics loved it, but Hollywood? Still blind. No deposit, no return followed. Another swing that didn't connect. The 70s were a man's world on screen. Good roles for women were rare as diamonds, and Barbara, splitting time between coasts, wasn't all in on LA's hustle. But here's the kicker. She didn't sulk. She pivoted, her voice becoming a velvet lifeline in Revlon ads, hosting gigs like the Tournament of Roses parade and entertainment news slots. It kept her in the game. No audition rejections required. Fame, though. It rattled her. She never craved it, said it felt like borrowing someone else's skin. People worshipped her as a star, but she shrugged it off, knowing it could vanish like smoke. That gut check fueled her next move. She ditched the chase for roles and picked up a pen. In 2003, Living Alone and Loving It hit shelves, a raw, real ode to independence that vibed with readers craving truth. She'd been TV royalty, but she rewrote her script, proving happiness doesn't need a red carpet. Now, let's talk love, because her heart's journey is a roller coaster you can't unride. In 1958, she married Lucien Verdu Feldon, a suave dreamer with a European drawl and spy-worthy tales. He swept her off her feet, a pilot, or so he claimed, whispering intrigue to a wide-eyed actress. Reality crashed hard. Gambling, cheating, drugs. He torched her $64,000 game show haul, one dazzling the world with Shakespeare smarts. In a blink, the fairy tale crumbled by 1967, but she kept his name for Get Smart's rise. Why? It was her brand, her shield. Years later, when he died in 1991, she spoke at his funeral, not out of bitterness, but grace. That chaos? It forged her. Enter Bert Nodella, Get Smart's producer and her next big love. From 1968 to 1979, they burned bright. No rings, no kids, just a decade of fire. When it fizzled, they stayed tight, a bond that held even after his passing. But here's where it gets wild. Post-breakup, Barbara didn't hunt for a new flame. She chose herself. Solitude wasn't a curse. It was her superpower. New York City became her canvas. A solo life of freedom, deep friendships, no compromises. Society screamed marriage and babies, but she laughed it off, finding joy in her own rhythm. Her book doubled down. Solitude isn't lonely, it's electric. She flipped the script on heartbreak, turning loss into liberation. Curious yet, because her love life's twists hint at secrets still simmering beneath. Fast forward to today, she's 90, thriving in a sunlit Manhattan apartment, steps from Central Park. It's simple, warm, her sanctuary. Writing's her pulse now. Essays for Metropolitan Magazine, a 2024 memoir, Getting Smarter, spilling lessons on love and grit. Acting's rare, but she dips into poetry readings, small theater, feeding that creative spark. Mornings are sacred. Meditation, coffee, Edith Wharton novels, Korean dramas, her guilty pleasure. Friends anchor her, Casual chats with baristas light her days. She's alone, but never isolated. Hollywood keeps calling, gets smart reunions, DVD commentaries, a 1989 TV movie encore as Agent 99. She even hit Supernova Comic Con in 2019, soaking in fan love, but big roles. She's passed, like the 2008 Steve Carell remake. Why? They couldn't touch the original soul. What's she hiding behind that choice? Barbara's no relic. She's a force, reshaping what success means. From game show whiz to spy icon, she danced through fame's highs and lows, landing in a life she owns. At 90, she's still evolving, her memoir teasing untold chapters. Get Smart fans adore her. Agent 99 showed women could rule the game, and they thank her for it. But the quiet life she's built, it's her real triumph. Tragedy, confessions, financial gut punches, they've sculpted her, not sunk her. So what's next for this enigma? She's got more to say, more to unravel. Stay tuned, because Barbara Feldon's finale might just blow the roof off everything we thought we knew. So, here's the scoop. Barbara Feldon, our Agent 99, went from Pittsburgh dreamer to TV legend, dodging typecasting, heartbreak, and Hollywood's curveballs like a pro. She turned a Tiger rug ad into a launch pad, outsmarted spies with Don Adams, and traded fame for a pen, spilling truth in living alone and loving it. Love? Messy but epic. Lucian's chaos, Bert's spark, then solo bliss. Now at 91, she's dropping confessions that hit hard, living her Manhattan vibe with coffee,